Hello Scorpio, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, I hope you enjoy the reading. This will be a general life reading for you. I've already shuffled and laid out the cards, so let's get started. Okay, so you've got quite an important month coming up at this time. Now, there seem to be two main themes, either relationship related and money related, or the two could be intertwined. The relationship situation is any close personal one-on-one relationship. So this can be a love relationship or somebody else. If you're not in a love relationship, it could be somebody else that you're close to at this time. It could also be a business partnership. Or anybody that's close personal one-on-one relationship. And it could also, it may bring in a legal matter as well. But then also we've got a financial side. We've got the second house and the eighth house. Second house deals with your income and your actual money. And the eighth house deals with bigger, larger assets and finance. And that also has got a relationship element to it as well. So let's dive in. It seems to me like there has been, or there may come in, some kind of disappointment, or it could be a loss, or some kind of cycle ending and a new one beginning. So you could be having a very good look at certain things and realizing that some aspects of what I've discussed already, or what I will discuss, is not working for you anymore. So it may go by itself, it may fall away by itself, or something will trigger it and it will fall away. Now this could be, it could be very fast and very quick and, come across as a disappointment, or it could be the way you are viewing something, you are now seeing something in a new light, or it could be a case of what you have sown you are reaping. So you are reaping something from the past that just hasn't worked. You may have put all your efforts into something and it just hasn't really worked out for you, or you are realizing that it's had its time and place and now you need to go in a new direction. So take it as it resonates. We've got Saturn return here. So this is saying exactly what I've said. This is an opportunity to grow in a direction which is close to your heart. Okay, something that you are kind of longing to do, or you may have wanted to do. This is the could have, should have, would have card. Okay, so it's a second chance element coming in for you, which is very important because it's a gift wrapped up in something which is maybe perceived as a bit of a loss or a disappointment, or some kind of ending of some sort. It could also be that you have reached a point in your life where what you have been doing with your life is no longer applicable, and it's either leaving by itself or it's something that you have to let go of. And this is going to open up an opportunity for you to go after something which is close to your heart. This is a heart-based decision. Now, this is something that is important to you from it could have been something that you would have liked to have done, or you could have done, or you should have done. Now, there may have been circumstances in your past which prevented you from doing this, whatever it is, and it kind of was almost like you were duty bound, or you had responsibilities which just weren't conducive to following whatever it is. Now, this could have been a career, it could have been a relationship, it could have been some aspect of your life, it could also be travel, it could be something that you wanted to do but it didn't come off, or it didn't happen for whatever reason, or you just chose differently at that time. Okay, it can also be a case of where you are older and your children have left home and other aspects are changing in your immediate environment, and now you have an opportunity to go in a different direction, although it may take some realistic views of your situation. You may have to have a very good, strong, hard look at everything to decide what is working and what is not, and where your heart lies. Okay, so very strong second chance, or some sort of opportunity wrapped up in a change of some sort, which it's kind of, coming home to yourself. It's going to build up tremendous inner strength as well in this, because this is a slow moving energy, but what it is, it can be something which you have to let go of, or move away from, or change direction completely in order to go after something which is in your heart, something that you would love to do, or would like to do, or would have liked to have done. And this is the gift. This is the opportunity, a chance to release a responsibility which you've had in some way, shape, or form, and go after something else. But it won't be easy. This is not going to be something where you can immediately shift and everything falls into place. Saturn requires hard work. Saturn requires diligence, discipline, and having a plan, having a strategy. All right. So moving forward strongly in the direction of what it is that you would like to do, or how you would like to use your time. And this is going to be another phase in your life, a new phase in your life. Okay. So that's coming in. We have also got the Fairy Tarot 7 of Winter. There is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. So this can be wrapped up in this. Saturn can really pull the rose-tinted spectacles off. Okay, so something in your environment is not being faced, or it is not being covered by you, or you're just not seeing clearly at this time. All right, and this is saying that there is some sort of better choice for you. There's some other option, you need to actually just face it and deal with it, which is what Saturn will, press you to do, and live up to your true and authentic self. Live up to that. It could also be that you are following a situation or a group or a person or some kind of endeavor which is actually not right for you. Now, this could have a lack of integrity. You could be seeing something that's not honest. There's lots of ways that can be manifesting. So it's something that is not sitting right with you, or something that is no longer applicable to you. As I said, you may have had a disappointment, or you could be seeing something in a new light, and now you're realizing that it's not for you. Okay, so this is about moving away from that, and also facing up to certain aspects which have just not been right for you, whether it's a group of people or a situation or a profession, or just something which is now not resonating with you anymore, and you're moving away from that. Okay. We also have the release card, which is a major arcana. So this is the death card. Let go of the past. An ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. So all of this is wrapped up in the Saturn return. It's about letting go of something, but it could also be a cycle shift, as I said. So some aspect of your life is now being released, or needs to be released, so that you can bring in these new things which are going to lead you in a better direction. But the situation will be, it will be difficult. There will be aspects that you have to cover, things you have to deal with, and all of these things are wrapped up in learning experience. This is life experience. Okay, but something is ending, something's beginning. It could be the end of a cycle, it could be the end of a profession, you could be going in a new direction in some way, shape, or form. And we'll cover that. It could also be financially. Perhaps you've realized that something that you've been working on, or that you've been hoping for or investing in, just for some reason hasn't worked, or now you've got to recoup what you can and move on. So there's lots of ways that this can come in, but definitely something ending, something beginning, and it's that new beginning that is really, really important here. That is what you've got to be focusing on. Okay, move away from things you do not resonate with, and move forward into something which is better for you, or is something that is coming from your heart. Now, as I said, this could also be with the Saturn return card, this can be age related as well. So this could be that you may be feeling that you are too young or too old to be making these changes, or to be going after something. So now, if you're too young, you could be feeling that there's something that you want to do, and you feel that you don't have the experience, or you don't have this, or you don't have the skills, or whatever it may be. And this is Saturn return card is saying, do not let that deter you. And it's the same with feeling that you may be too old to be making these changes now. It's just a number, it's a perception, and the world we live in is very ageist. So once you reach a certain age, all sorts of things start happening. This is nonsense. You create your life, okay? You create your attitude, your beliefs, and how you're going to proceed in life. So you decide. You decide what it is you want to go for, and you go for it, okay? Now, you are going to be needing to shore up your confidence at this time. Do whatever you have to do. The Saturn return will, will propel you to be well prepared. You're laying foundations for the future now. So lay a good foundation, build it properly. Okay, Saturn won't allow you to build it on wobbly ground. It's got to be on a solid foundation. This requires thought. This requires meditation, going within, listening to your guidance, following synchronicities and symbols. The universe is delivering these things to us all the time. Your spirit team is delivering these things to you all the time. All you have to do is ask for help and guidance so that you make the right decisions, okay? But you're going to need confidence to move forward. And this, when you make a decision from your heart, okay, then the confidence will automatically come in. The mind is not a decision-making tool. It's an analytical tool, okay? And it cannot make decisions based on the past or a future that may or may not happen. You can only make a decision based in the present moment. And this is why you must be in the present moment whenever you make a decision, okay? So move forward with confidence here. So now onto your reading. We've got the 8th house. So this deals with the nuts and bolts of a relationship, whether this is a committed partnership as in a relationship or some other close personal relationship, or it could be a business partnership. And it's saying that it's the nuts and bolts. It's the, what brought the merging of that. So that is the emotional and material resources around that. So you could be moving out of that situation and going into a more independent situation, or you could be going into a partnership. Just take it as it resonates for your situation. But it deals with all of that. It also deals with big finance, investments, assets, accounting, banking, tax, all of these things. And in some cases, if there has been some sort of passing in your life, the Saturn return sometimes can trigger that, or it may have happened where somebody has passed in your life and that has created a shift. So what that may do actually is then bring in things to do with legacies or inheritances and so on. It deals with that as well. This is the sex, death and birth card. The house of that. So everything around that. It may not be a physical death. As I said, it can be a cyclical change, the death of something to make way for something new, like an ego death, or the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one, the end of a chapter, the beginning of a new one. Or it could be a regeneration and a renewal of something already existing, or something that you would have liked to have done. And this is where the regeneration and renewal comes in, connected to the Saturn return. So this is something that may have been a part of your life at one point, but it got sidelined, or it wasn't followed up, or it was just put aside in favor of other things. And this could be a regeneration and a renewal of that. So take it as it resonates for you. The birthing is birthing new things, but it can obviously be a physical birthing. But it can be creating new things, and obviously the sexual intimacy comes into, a love relationship or a committed relationship. The 8th house deals with committed relationships. So it could be to do with that. But there's some kind of, there's something that is going to be phased out, and something is going to be phased in. So it's all to do with that. Now, we have got the Grand Cross Provoker. So this is a very strong catalyst for change energy. This is going to build up inner strength. Okay, once you have made up your mind and you know what direction you're going in, this is where you're dealing with multiple things all at once. It can come in the form of juggling, but you want to be moving forward while you are juggling all these different things. You don't want to be moving backwards or staying in the same place. And you can only do that through prioritizing your time and consolidation. This may be financially as well, and also dealing with others. So, communication with others, and harnessing the power of cooperation as well. That may be coming in, but it's like many things coming at you all at once. Many things to be dealt with from all different directions, because this is all 4 hard angles coming at you. It can be a very frustrating period, very pressurized, but this creates diamonds. This energy creates diamonds. So just remember that when you are going through this. Prioritize if you have to change your list every hour, every day, every week, whatever it is, and work solidly through that. Manage your time. But it will build up a tremendous inner strength and experience. You will get life experience through this, and that will help you greatly as you go forward in life. Now, with the May cycles and rhythms, honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So what this is saying is that through these transitions that are occurring, the eighth house can be about transitions. This is saying that you need to listen to your body. Okay, there is a wonderful opportunity coming in on the other side of this. Okay, this is about the grind that you go through to get to success. Okay, it's all the pains, the growing pains that you go through while you're doing this. And so this opportunity is coming in for you, but you need to be ready for it, and you cannot do it if you're exhausted or overwrought, or you haven't planned in time for yourself. With all the prioritizing and all the pressure and whatever that's going on, you must make time for yourself as well, so that you can go within to make good decisions. Okay, so listen to your body, listen to your emotions, and follow the cycles of your body. When you're tired, rest. When you have the energy, then prioritize and move forward on your top aspects that you need to deal with. Do whatever you can to manage your resources, but also manage your time, your energy, and your emotions. And honor the cycles of your body. So don't burn the candle at both ends. That's what this is saying. Okay. We have second house, which also deals with money, but this is more associated with your income and the money that you're spending on a sort of a routine basis, daily basis, and so on. It also deals with your material things, your possessions, and everything that you own. It's all about, it can be anything that you own, any of your material possessions. And this can also be the building up of your material possessions, or having too many material possessions, or having that mindset which is all about material possessions and not much else, So you've got to watch that. But it can also be to do with your, what you own, as in property or land or housing or in anything like that. And it can also be obviously real estate related as well. So, something to do with that. But it can also be to do with your own self-worth and how you view that. And this can be to do with, your self-talk, how you talk to yourself, the voices that you're hearing in your head. Are they positive, or are they bringing you down? There's lots of ways that your self-worth can be also tied into the money that you're earning, and what you attribute from a material possession point of view. It's also your artistic flair, your talents, your skills, your abilities, how you dress, and so on, all of those aspects. But it really is also, it brings in, your possessions level, which is all about your security and your possessions, ownership of things. Now we have got Uranus genius coming in here. So I feel that this is going to bring in some sort of awakening. Or it could be a wake-up call. Okay, Uranus is very fast. It's like a bolt of lightning. Okay, it can literally pull the rug out from under you. Or it could be a shift of consciousness. Okay, some perception shift is occurring. You could have a massive realization about something, or you could get a brilliant idea. But it can also be about change, just managing change, some big change coming in. Now, the Grand Cross is a catalyst for change. So whether this is the trigger and now you're going to be dealing with it, or something, pressure is created and then now changes are coming at you. But Uranus is it's also about harnessing the genius within. It's also about, as I said, leaps of consciousness. It's about getting glimpses of the future. You may be doing that. You may be getting glimpses of the future. You could be getting visions, or you could have insights or knowings about things. Okay. Uranus deals with futuristic things. It's also to do with tech, anything futuristic or cutting edge, or just an upgrade from where you have been currently, anything to do with technology. It's also science and physics and science fiction, and all of these aspects come in with this. So but it's saying that a change is coming in, whether it's in your mind or whether it's a physical change coming in, but it could be very much an awakening or a turning point of some sort, like a wake-up call. And now you have to take action in some way, shape or form, or it could just be a change of direction, as I said, which is very possible with the Saturn return. So Nematona Sacred Space, create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. So what this is saying is that you need to perhaps divest yourself of a few things materially, okay, or a few ideas, or attitudes that you have about possessions, ownership, self-worth, all of these things. And you can do that by going within. You need to create a space or a refuge for yourself, or even go on some sort of retreat. It could even be a holiday, some kind of escape where you can just be by yourself, to take things in and to understand the deeper meanings of things. And Uranus could trigger that, okay, where you now are actually going within, because there's really no other way to go. You have to go within to get the answers, or to get insight, or to understand what has occurred. As I said, like an awakening or a realization shift, leap of consciousness, whatever. But this is saying that you need to create this around you, either in your home or where you are, or go somewhere where you can connect to the power places, whether this is in nature or a labyrinth, or some sort of symbology which is meaningful for you. It's about connecting to that, to get to connect to something larger than yourself, something divine, and godly, and that is and that will give you the power and the strength, I feel, to navigate whatever is occurring here. But it certainly is about also clearing your space, and this can be saging and all of those sorts of things. But I do feel, because it's falling in a material house and a money house, there could be aspects of your life which you need to clear out at this time and change your attitudes or your perspectives, in order to bring about some sort of change which you are being asked to make here, or which may come upon you suddenly. Okay, so there's some kind of clearance required here. Then lastly, we have the 7th house. This, as I said, deals with relationships, close, personal, one-on-one relationships, whether this is a love relationship or some other kind of relationship, or a partnership of some kind. It all falls in under the 7th house, and so do the lower courts. Okay, so it's about, so this could be some aspect of a relationship is now changing. That could be coming in, or it could be that more balance is required here. Some sort of giving and taking between you and the person. So some sort of balance or equilibrium needs to be coming in. But it could also be sharing resources, sharing time, sharing love, whatever it may be. And as I said, it's everything to do with relationships and relating. That all comes in with the 7th house. Now we've got here at the bottom, Mercury retrograde reinvention. So this is saying that some aspect of this situation is going to be put on hold, is going to either be delayed, or is going to be put on hold, or you're going to need to go within, because there can be no forward movement with this. Now this is where the going within comes in, as I said. So there's this Mercury retrograde is a period of going within. It's a slowing down. It's not a good time to be taking big actions, or big leaps forward, or showcasing something, or initiating big things. There's going to be a period of review here, anything with a re in front of it. So whether it is reinvention, as in reinventing a partnership or a relationship, or reinvention of yourself within that, or reinvention of yourself apart from that, and some sort of review. It's a redo, or a relocate, or anything with a re in front of it. Okay, a repeat even could be coming in. So it's a period of time where you go over things. It could be contract and document related as well. If that's the case, go over everything, triple check everything, because a mistake can be made, or something can be overlooked, or there can be a misinterpretation or a misunderstanding while this energy is in play. Vast independence. So in the 7th house, it seems to me that something is shifting or changing in your relationship status, and it's asking you to perhaps be more independent from a particular aspect, whether this is you leaving the relationship, or something changing in the relationship, or the basis of it is changing, and you need to be a bit more independent, perhaps in thought or opinion, or with what you're currently doing, or with your, perhaps not spending all your time together. You are now doing things independently, because that it's to do with your interests, or your hobbies, your time with your friends, or whatever it may be. Okay, and it's saying your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So this is a foundation for you. So this is we're talking about foundations here as well with the Saturn return. So something that you need to build, or something that you need to create for yourself. You need to create time for yourself, or just independence of thought or opinion, whatever the situation may be. Okay, but the cats are always independent, and you can learn a lot from a cat. So it's something to do with that, you know, being more independent in whatever is appropriate for you in this house. Finally, we have Isolde, undying love. So this normally indicates that something is coming up to do with a past relationship. So either a relationship has ended or it is something from a past. The past, as I said, Mercury retrograde, and it's in your relationship house. Something could be coming to visit you from the past, either a person or a situation or some sort of reminder. It can also be that somebody may be leaving your presence at this time, whether that's they're crossing over or whether they are physically moving, you know, into a different area, you know, not in relationship with you. However it relates, okay? But it can also be that you are at this time undergoing healing and transition to now moving into a more happy, social, outgoing phase, because the healing is occurring, and on the other side of that you will now be ready to get out and about and get your mojo back. So you may be recovering from something, or you may be then seeing something from the past, and now it's reminding you of a past situation, and you are now receiving healing to do with that. So something is being activated. Okay, so the love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. So whatever went down, whatever happened, whatever has occurred or is occurring, always remember that any love or effort that you put into a relationship is permanently recorded there, and it never goes away. It's always going to be there. It's part of you know, the Akashic record. So have no fear or have no worry that the effort and the love that you put into something has somehow been lost or betrayed, or, you know, just wasn't worth it. Okay, none of that. Or if somebody is passed over and you're feeling the loss of that person, it's about saying that that love that you've given, or the effort you put in, is recorded permanently and stays there. Okay, and this is about the recovery and the moving forward into a happier, you know, getting your mojo back, moving forward, socializing, meeting others again, and getting yourself ready for love, or just for love of yourself and the love of life, you know. So coming back to life again after perhaps a difficult reminder or a difficult situation, coming back to life and getting yourself ready for other relationships, other methods of, you know, moving forward into more social times and happier times. Hope you enjoyed that. Please take care, and I will see you next time.